Check one talking yours. Check. Go ahead and
What's up? Hello.
there we go.
What's up?
There we go.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
shrink down a little bit.
Well,
There we go.
what we're doing right now is a little bit of what I like to call marijuana taco. We've got a guest in here that is, I'm familiar with because he has come into the shop and showed me his product. But go ahead and introduce yourself. What you got here?
What's up, guys? I'm Adam Glass. Been glass blowing for about 3.5, 4 years now. Been local to the AZ scene. Started my way up working at smoke shops, and then just kind of focusing on my art and just trying to get it out there. Trying to stay humble, nose to the grind wheel, and making these Zen heads for you guys. Basically, they're like little Buddhas. Zen heads. I don't really want to take the Buddha name, so I came up with Zen heads, and it's just a reminder to kind of, always just stay within your zone, stay at peace. Don't get rocked by the waves out there, and just always keep moving forward.
Real cool. And actually, we are going to be giving away this. This
Yeah.
head here. So.
We're gonna be. It's a green. The color is green money. Pretty interesting piece. It was built, or actually made, not built, but kind of. There was a lot of broken pieces, raw material of green money because it checks. So we took the broken pieces and then I put it into a rod and cane, and then I made it into a Buddha head. So in the glass world, and how I see it, I don't like to have anything go to waste. So I like to use sometimes good scrap. It comes from quality first, but sometimes stuff breaks. But I like to reuse it sometimes.
That's cool.
So that's where it comes from.
Nice, and that's cool because then it kind of it has a story in a sense. It brings a bunch of pieces together. I like how you also you sign each one, and earlier you told me that you have only made so many. How many have you made? Only 100 is what you plan on making?
Yeah, only 100 is going to be in the series, and then I plan to try to do something else just because I'm not necessarily getting tired with the idea. It's just I feel like to move forward as an artist, you gotta reinvent yourself every once in a while.
Tight.
And come up with something new.
Well, that's tight, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let it be known that the first caller that we get, we're gonna pass this on to. So if you want to call in and just come say what's up, this man's gonna give away this penny here to you. So, what I like to do during these talks here is smoke some weed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you rolled up this blunt here, and I will say that is a very nice one. So we're gonna light that up and continue to chop it up. I want to hear more about the glass journey, because it definitely has been one. So
really in a sense. Oh, you want to? Yeah, here you go.
So yeah, let's get that lighter.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah.
Sir. Really, I guess how it all started is I used to be a painter, and being able to kind of just lay down paint on canvas, different layers, that's fun to me.
And when you say painting, like you mean on like you actually just mentioned, like a canvas style with okay, tight.
Yeah,
what kind of paintings were you doing?
I was doing abstract expressionism. Doing pretty kind of like Jackson Pollock style paintings. Really no sense of direction, just kind of came out, in a sense, just whatever I felt that day. And there was a series, a lot of it done, and I made different prints, and it, some sold well. I feel like bringing it back maybe in the future.
Nice.
Maybe do like a series with glass where the colors match or something, or they harmonize in a special way, so where I can, pair a painting with some glass.
That's cool.
Future is anything's possible. So I want to bring that back. But I was also a blacksmith for Paulo Soleri for a little bit. Not at Arcosani, up by Mayor, but it was down here in Paradise Valley, or up by Paradise Valley. And what I did was I was a bronze artisan, so kind of a blacksmith in a sense. We would get up bright and early every morning and chop sand, and
shit,
a couple tons of sand too. Wasn't easy, but there was a team of 9 of us, so 9 of us with our shovels, laying out sand, chopping it up, getting it ready, and then putting it into these kind of like crushers or shredders in a sense. I don't know the exact term, but it would help us in a way. Thank you. and then we would get to the actual like pour where we would heat up a furnace. Don't know the temperature, but I was told it was somewhere around like 3,000 degrees. I may
Wow.
be wrong, but really hot. And
We're smoking on right now some PK Kush. We got a request out there to know what exactly are you guys smoking on that now. So rolled that up, very
Okay.
nice. So blacksmith man, doing your thing. How old were you at the time?
I did the blacksmithing around, I'm going to say I was 19 or 19, 20. So before my 21st birthday, birthday. I was spending a lot of time kind of being like an artisan in a sense, getting myself out in the field and doing that. But after a year, I felt like, I needed to do something else, find a, I guess, different job according to my dad. And I follow closely with him because he's got a, good head on his shoulders.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. Gotta listen to pops. You know what I mean? Gotta listen to pops.
right back to you, man. So, I got in a different field then, and I'm glad now because I've got a thing going for the city of Scottsdale. So, or not city of Scottsdale, the city flag, good people. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to see how it is going for them.
So when did you decide that, hey, you know what? I got an interest in the art form with glass.
That was after the glass blowing. So working in that, the normal field or the normal sector, so to speak, kind of just like a regular job, 9 to 5. I felt like something was lacking in life, and I didn't want to go back to painting. So that's where I was like, I like fire,
Okay.
coming
Okay.
from the blacksmithing side. And I wanted to keep something up with that. But having your own forge or your own place to do that is very expensive to start up. So I looked into something else that was smaller scale, and that's where I came across glass blowing. Always a big fan of, how tubes were made, how stuff was always made, and I never knew that stuff was made on a lathe.
Man, I feel like the lathe is where it's at, because then you don't have to worry about spinning that. I mean, that's
heavier stuff.
yeah. If you don't know, glass is basically, if you get it so hot, it'll turn into a liquid. You know what I mean? And so
super viscous.
you basically got to continue to turn it, so that way it doesn't, at that point just drip, fall apart. I mean, I don't even know how to properly explain it, but
No, definitely.
I've gotten behind the torch myself a couple times. I mean, I can pull a mean stringer. That's what I like to tell people. Like, you got my
Stringers are important.
my stringer game strong. You know what I mean? So, but when I got, and try to make a pipe or something like that, I believe I'm the only person that was able to create a broken piece of glass, because at the end of it, it just looked like a broken piece of glass, shards. I was like, okay, yeah. It gained so much respect for what you can do. When you're able to, I mean, especially like, with the pennant that you have here, I mean, props to you, man. It made me definitely respect it. Again, as a reminder, I got the number pinned on there. We're doing the first caller who calls in today gets, this pendant again, so give us a call if you are interested. So, so what was the first step? What you knew that you were interested, you liked it, you wanted to get into it. What'd you do?
Mesa Art Center. That's where everyone told me. Actually, the first guy, Poria, he's a DJ now. Still does glass blowing.
Oh yeah,
cool cat. I got a pen. That was his. He was the first artist I bought a pendant from, and he was just, his energy and how humble he was, and it was inviting. I was like, oh, okay, so these are how glass blowers act. This is the kind of artist I want to hang around with. This is the kind of people I want to vibe with. But he said, go to Mesa Art Center, start there.
That's cool.
Go see Geraldine Alderman or Lori Nussel. And I started taking classes under them, and I was hooked. I couldn't stop. I went like every night, use their facilities they had there.
And
wonderful facilities.
They would only let you do like pendants and things like that, marbles, right?
Yeah, small stuff.
So you couldn't go in there and like when you wanted to start blowing glass, were you smoking at the time? Were you interested in like the functionality of it, or were you just more interested in learning how to do like marbles and things like that?
When I started, yes, I did want to get into the functional part of the glass, hollow glass. And I even had an opportunity to probably, maybe start at Chameleon based upon their assessment. But I didn't take that position, and I shot myself in the foot, and I beat myself up every day because of it, because that would have been a wonderful opportunity. But
anytime about Chameleon Glass, they're one of the nation's largest pipe distributors out here, and they have in-house. Been out there, it's in Phoenix. Shout out to them. Chameleon Glass is dope.
Definitely.
Also, shout out to Sandlot. Sandlot Glass. Poria, who you mentioned earlier. He, real good guy, and I think that what has always been really nice about the industry is I feel like all the glass blowers have really like looked out for one another. Obviously it's competitive, but I feel like they understand that it is a small, group. It's a small network of people out here, artists out here, and if we work together, I think it'll give and correct me if you don't agree, but just give us if we work together, we're going to spread larger. So I mean, how so you basically started with MCC, or right?
Yep,
Like
with
you're
Mesa
saying,
Art
doing
Center.
Mesa Art Center. My
Right back
bad.
to you, Chief.
And then honed in the skills there. Then what went?
So after Mesa Art Center, basically, I think I took maybe 6 months of courses there, like a full session. Then I came back for half the session, but I was in a weird transitional period, whether if I was going to be up in Flagstaff or not.
Okay.
And I started blowing glass, or I had a spot over at Beddoes.
Okay.
Great guy, great studio.
Betos, is that what is that? Is he another glass
Yes,
blower?
yeah.
Okay,
He
so he
goes,
had some
goes by Beto, yeah, just
nice.
Beto
He had like
Glass.
his own little studio going down.
Yeah, he had his wife, a bunch of other glass blowers. Eventually, I think Natrix had a spot up there,
Okay.
and Trevor whatever glass.
I'm not familiar with him, but I definitely know Matrix for sure.
Yep. He's really good with the recyclers and his fuming, really on point. And I think a couple days ago he did a Maria section that was like, I was like, how'd you do that hand spun? So I was really impressed with that.
Nice.
It was not done on a lathe at all, so I was really impressed. So working with those guys. Oh, and then also Hank C Glass. I can't forget
Okay.
Corbin. Corbin also worked there too. And then Schmitty was up there for a little
Nice.
bit. Ryan Gordon, Ryan G Glass, and then I forgot who I think there was a couple other people. I forgot their names, and forgive me. I think I said Coco, but neither here nor there. That's pretty much where I started getting my head more deeply into it, like really messing around with colors,
That's
striking, using the kiln more, learning how to work hollow. I came up with a series of different pendants. I didn't really have the Zen heads out at that time. So I'm gonna admit that was my beginner days, and so stuff was a little bit more jank.
Hey, though, that's how you gotta get out there. I think I can relate in a sense where when you have a collection of artists around there, you start to get ideas, and people are pushing you, and it's cool to have that support. And so, what was your first functional piece?
First functional piece, dry. It was a dry pipe.
Mhm.
Not super proud of it, but the shaping, and I did a honeycomb on section on the end. That was
Okay,
really nice.
there you go.
I really
And do you
liked it.
still have it?
No, I gave that away, and they still use it from
There
time
you
to time.
go. So you get to see it every once in a while.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
is it a little sentimental? You're like, oh,
Kind of like
that was my
a
first one right there.
reminder. Yeah, just be
Yeah.
like, that's where you were. This is where you
Hey,
are now. in a
nice,
sense.
dude.
So it's good. It's good being able to see that again, and it's I guess it's valued in a sense. Like it's the people, they put it away after they use it. So I was like, okay, it's like most people just leave it out, or eventually break it or something. So it feels good.
Yeah, exactly.
Very humbling.
Now, again, we are giving away one of his Zen heads. If you're out there listening, just give us a call. The first caller that gives us that call, you get this Zen head right here. So that's how it's going down. So you mentioned Flagstaff.
Yeah, Flagstaff's beautiful town. Was living up there for a pretty long time, and then I had to come down just because of the lack of work. Very, very competitive job market up there because it's a small town. But when I worked down here, when I came back down, I started working at It's All Goods, and really great shop. And that was
Yeah.
the one in Cactus 32nd Street.
Uh-huh.
And I was able to use their facilities because on during that time they had an on-site, and they still do, on-site kiln, and on-site how could you say, ventilation and all that for other glass blowers to do shows. And
Yeah.
that's where I really got more of a push, because during the Desert Flame Off I got to meet a lot of great artists such as like Irk the Jerk and Chris Riley and all that. So seeing how those big heads really work in the glass industry, our locals here, that inspired me more to become more kind of like them in a sense. To
Nice.
more focus on my craft, but also have a niche.
And so you competed in that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I was working that day.
Nice.
Actually.
Oh, okay,
I was
cool.
a staff member at
Yeah,
the time. Working,
nice.
so.
Nice. I like how It's All Good. Shout out to them. They've always supported, our local scene, whether it's, glass, even music. They've always done a good job of just like, I don't know, just supporting they're seen. I mean, at the end of the day. But so cool, man. So you're over at It's All Goods, and were you at that time? What were you making anything there while you were working there? Or
That's where I started really honing in on the Zen heads. Where I just came out with more and more of the series using different colors because I guess beginning as a glass blower, you don't really know what colors will do what, or how they flow or how viscous they're going to be. So with the with being able to come out with the series of 100, it was a way of each individual one messing with each individual color that all the providers have from
Okay.
that they got out there in a sense.
And like you said also earlier, he said he does have like some that are scrapped together from pieces, which is cool. So when did the first Zen head get created? Then? What year?
Uh, what is it now? 2019.
Yep.
We're not in the year like 3000 something.
Yeah, not yet.
I would have to say like 2014.
Okay.
2014 ish.
Nice.
Yeah. So maybe five.
And
Wait, no, I wouldn't say 5 years ago. Sorry, like 2016. Sorry. Yeah.
And are
So
you
3 years
familiar
ago,
with
yeah.
which Zen head this one is?
I can't remember the number to tell you
Okay.
up that, but I know that is my green money one with a
There
little
it
bit
is.
of
So,
back history on it.
very cool, man. Very limited like that. That's cool that you do that. So what are you currently working on?
Right now I've got a series of lotus leaves I want to do, kind of like lotus heads in a
Okay.
sense, and kind of go from there. Just kind of stay on the path of staying tranquil and balanced in a sense, just kind of following that. And then they'll be inside rigs in a sense with a 2-hole percolator. So I'll have them inside on top of a perk and just keep flowing with that.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool,
Spark,
man.
spark,
Yeah,
yeah.
Spark. Yeah, that's what we like to do over here. This is what you're listening right now is basically marijuana taco. Where we're not eating though, we're talking while smoking. Oh boy. So again, I want to give a shout out to anyone that's tuning in. You can reach us here at the number I have pinned.
Right back
We
to
are
us.
giving away a Zen head. Green money, right?
Green money, Zen
That's
head.
right.
Green
Alright,
money's
so
that.
call in. First caller that calls in gets it. Just call in and say what's up. So, well, cool, man. So, I know right now you have your glass in High Maintenance Smoke Shop.
Yep. Thanks to you guys.
On
Thank you.
Tempe location. But where else can people find your art? Where can they find you at?
I've got an Instagram, Animus Glass is the IG handle. You could go on there. There's a big cartel store. My Etsy shop under Animus Glass will be pretty full soon, but locally, your guys' store down in Tempe will carry some
Yeah.
of my work. There's functionals and there's also pendants. And then Paraphernalia Boutique has some,
Nice.
and then El Sol Smoke Shop as well has some
Nice.
as well.
Nice, dude. So getting it out there,
Oh,
making
yeah.
sure to
Trying to build the relationships because I was more of an underground glass blower. I like to kind of keep to myself in a sense and just do everything over the internet. But
Okay.
getting out of my shell and kind of getting out of my cave in a sense,
yeah, I feel
coming
you.
down the mountain and just trying to rehash it out now that I have quality work because I felt like in the beginning it wasn't good enough. So now that I feel like it's somewhere up to par and people do like it,
Mhm.
that's where I want to be there and be a face. In the future, maybe next year, I might be on do First Fridays every day
Oh,
down
nice.
on Roosevelt. So
Yeah.
every first of the month, you guys can catch me down there, either doing some live glass blowing or having a booth out there with some of the stuff to check it out.
Yeah, I like First Fridays. First
Yeah.
Fridays tight. Good vibe.
It's growing, man. From what it was before, it's become something more than anybody thought it would be, and it's packed full. Every kind of artist from digital prints, from painters, fine art, and then glass blowers. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I've been my buddy down there who owns Open Mind Emporium.
Nice.
He does First Fridays down there. He's got a big booth. He's been wanting me to come out and set up a table and things like that.
That'd be cool.
I need to get out there. So
Heck yeah.
yeah.
And I know. I think Buds is down there too.
Yep, definitely.
Crazy shop. Crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
And if I'm not mistaken, all of their glass there is exclusively to Arizona artists. If I'm not 100% on
locals,
that,
yeah.
but I'm pretty confident. So that might be something that you need to go
Yeah,
out there and
yeah.
network with them.
I think I got to talk to them through email and just yeah, I got to do that. There's no excuse to just kind of jumping around and all that good stuff. Oh, I got you, boss.
I'll let this thing go out again.
Yeah.
Son of a gun. So let's see right now. Friday, what you got planned for the weekend, boss?
I was just gonna be hanging out down here with family, catching up with them. Been up there for quite some time, and I guess they got a new dog.
Okay.
Got a new dog, Frida, from El Paso, Texas, and she's a lot of she's a handful. She's a coon dog or a coon hound. Sorry, coon
Okay.
hound, and she's very energetic. So we've been dealing with her and trying to get her kind of I don't know, used to us, acclimated to our family.
And when you come down here, what is for you come down the mountain and there's not a lot of options, obviously, and Flagstaff is where you reside right now. And so when you get down here, what are the first things you like to do?
Well, lately, first thing I like to do is grab some In-N-Out.
There it is.
There's no In-N-Out.
Yep, nice.
There's
no
In-N-Out
no.
up there. So I usually grab like a double with cheese and smash on that, and then
kill it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or animal style fries too. Usually get like a little box going of that. Then I usually catch up with homies, see what they're up to, check up on their lives, and we usually sesh and hang out, and then hang out with family, see what they're up to, take care of them, take them out, take them out to dinner. And all
I
that.
always feel like when you get the opportunity to eat something that you haven't had in a while, you know what I mean? Like you mentioned, In-N-Out, you make sure you pop into that. So
not only that, but PB Burger Company or Paradise Valley Burger Company, they've got some quality burgers that are like custom every week. They change up the menu and it's really, really good. Plus they got a Lucky Charms milkshake that's really good too.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah.
And then right next door they got a PB Pizza Company, so they do pizzas and burgers.
Damn.
So it gets wild. Trust me.
Well, I definitely know about the burger spot.
Yeah.
I've been there. Very good.
Very good.
And now they have a pizza spot. So,
trust me. Hey, we got to go get some. If you want to go get some,
hey.
it's on me.
Nice.
On me.
Hey, there we go. I like it.
The Don Quixote, I don't know what other pizza place does this, but they got crushed up Cool Ranch Doritos, and it's Doritos they make themselves. So every time you sit down, they'll come to your table and they'll give you house-made Cool Ranch Doritos or whatever Doritos they made that. Yeah, and they're great. They're great. Really good.
That's new. I've never heard that as well.
So it's really
Shout out to them.
Snack spot.
And it was PK? No. PB.
No. Yeah, PB burger.
Yeah, PB. Yeah. All right. Fucked up on that, but hey,
No,
sorry. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Tasty stuff.
Yeah,
tasty
exactly.
stuff. Little high.
Yeah. Well, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you sitting down with me.
Thank you, sir.
I feel like that's what. At the end of the day, man, we're gonna smoke and chop it up anyway. So it's like, why not put it on so people can get a vibe and
see what's behind the scenes.
See what's behind the scene a little bit. We have this Zen head. I need. If you're tuned in right there, hey, speaking of the man himself, look, we got Perea that just joined in. Man, we just we're talking about you earlier and giving you a shout out. And but yeah, man, thank you. I'm gonna put this out on. It's gonna be on Highbox on YouTube,
nice.
and it'll be there. So I appreciate it. This is actually my first interview on Solo Dolo rocking it. So I appreciate and. Little piece of history. And before we go, I feel like we should try to give out this Zen head one more time. You just call this number. We're giving it away. All you have to do is call that number. So it's like, I want to make sure that we hook someone up. So Cody, there you go. Call that number that's pinned. We're giving away a Zen head.
Stop, dudes. Grab the Zen head.
Grab the Zen head, but hey,
no, just kidding.
That's why. Cool, this is very beginning stage of what we got going on here at the Highbox. So, if you're watching this later, what we might have to do is the first person to send a DM. Yeah. Couldn't get a live call.
There's different channels.
Yeah, first person to hit us on a message. Let us know you want it. I got it for you. We'll get it to you. But any shout outs or anything like that you want to say before we put this blunt out?
Ton of shout outs actually. Just want to say shout outs to High Maintenance, shout outs to you yourself, Jason Horney, cool man, dude. Thank you for the opportunity. Shout outs to Seven Wonders or Eighth Wonders now. Shout outs to Glass from Our Glass, Sandlot, like I said earlier, Irk the Jerk, Chris Riley, pretty much all the homies that have helped support all the glass and moving forward. Also shout out to 22 Art and Woods, homie from New York, who does all my graphics and all my art, or he's known as 22 Graphics now. So check him out. I'd like to, keep going out with all the shout outs, but that's pretty much at the top of my head.
Man, well, we actually have a caller. We got
Really?
someone that
Wow.
called in, so
That's
let's
crazy.
go ahead and take this
See
call.
what's
You are live on the show, man. Who's this?
What up? Me, it's Cody.
Hey, there it is.
Hey,
you
Cody.
know? That's awesome, man. So basically, you win, man. You got this Zen head, buddy.
You got it, man. Let me show it to you real quick.
Yeah, show it to you. Appreciate you calling in.
I don't even know what I was.
Yeah, it's this Zen head made with Green Monster. There's only it's a limited, there's only 100 out there, and you scooped it, my friend. So I'm gonna put you on hold.
Come down to the shop or what up?
Yeah, I'll put it down at the Tempe shop, and you just gotta come down there and scoop it up, and we'll have your info. And so, hey man, I appreciate you calling. You want to give any shout outs or anything like that, or what you smoking on?
I got that straight lemonade Grow Science right now.
Ooh, there you go. Grow Science, one of my personal
Tasty.
favorites for sure.
Definitely.
Nice, dude. Well, man, good puffing. Congrats on the Pandy, dog.
Thank you, man, for calling in.
I'm gonna put you on hold. Right there. There we go, man.
Awesome. Cody called in.
Damn, no, we also have someone listening right now who called in. He is the runner-up. Who's this?
Second place.
Yo, what's up? You're live on the High Box. Who's this?
Yo.
No, they probably don't think that's them because they were listening on. There we go. What up? Who's this?
What up?
All right. I was gonna give him a gift card.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a gift card. It's a running up prize, but it is what it is. Man.
Yeah, shit happens.
So man, cool times, man. Appreciate it. Well, shake and bake.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you again soon.
Have a good day.